Kuwait's 7th humanitarian airlift took off this morning, heading to Port Sudan to continue supporting the Sudanese people during the ongoing war and as heavy rain swept through northern Sudan in the past few months.
The plane is said to be carrying 2 ambulances and medical supplies, which is donated by Kuwait Red Crescent Society. Here's more.
The 7th airlift heading to Sudan loaded with humanitarian aid supplies and 2 ambulances to land in Port Sudan took off this morning and expected to land this afternoon with Kuwait Air Force, implementing His Highness the Emir Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al-Jab Al-Sabah, may Allah protect and bless him, orders.
Our aircraft numbered 7. We started our air bridge weeks ago, and the reason of that to be side by side with the Sudani Red Crescent. Everyone knows that these days they have a lot of disaster because of the flood and the rain, the heavy rain, and the Kuwait Red Crescent societies try to be helpful with our brothers in Sudan. So we send multi-tons of first aid, and especially today we trying to send 2 ambulance car because this is what we think the Sudani Red Crescent they need in these days.
Kuwait Red Crescent Society mobilizing all its efforts to accelerate the delivery of aid despite the rapid spread of mpox in the region alongside with other diseases such as malaria and cholera. Rains and floods have severely damaged the population in northern Sudan, leaving about 65,000 people homeless, where local authorities have launched distress calls to help those affected. The rains, poverty and difficult humanitarian conditions have increased factors that have contributed to providing fertile environment for the spread of cholera. In the same situation, trucks carrying relief aid entered the Darfur region through the Adir crossing on the border with Chad. The World Food Programme said in a statement earlier that food supplies crossed the border for about 13,000 people last week, adding that it has enough food for 500,000 people ready to move, awaiting the facilitation of access procedures to areas threatened by famine. A document issued by the Sudanese Humanitarian Aid Commission showed that the procedures set by the government included the presence of Sudanese authorities and soldiers in Chadan warehouses and on the borders to conduct inspections. From Abdullah Al Mubarak Air Base, I'm Mariam Ludwahi for the News Department.